Body bags, where horror lies.
Now take my bitch. She won't complain about shit cause she's my hoe. She don't belong to a trick, so when you fuck her and give her all your cash, I get paid. I put my foot in her ass, I won't marry the bitch and give her half, I get mohead. And then I laugh at that one bitch shit. I got a gang of hoes, I get freak ass lick these balls and toes.
Now stupid little bitches get tossed if they don't realize that I'm the motherfucking boss. Come on down and get your ass pinched, and if you talk shit, get your ass lynched, cause I'm the beat.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to week 51 here on Body Bags. I am your host Moodz616, and thank you once again for dropping in, guys. Yeah, it's Sunday. Yeah. And it is the final day of Silent Horror Film Week here on Body Bags. A very interesting week. Awesome reviews all week. So if you haven't checked out the other 6 reviews, definitely go and check out those. I think we managed to cover almost every single year, like almost in the 20s. Obviously not with 7 reviews, but everybody did a film from a different year. It was interesting. But yeah, so the film I chose today is a film I've never seen before. I've heard tons and tons of good things about it. Always, this one's been on my radar forever to check out. Finally got a chance to check it out. And it is from 1921, directed by the legendary Victor Bjornstrom, and that is The Phantom Carriage. This is actually the movie that inspired Ingmar Bergman to, make his own movies and stuff. You can actually really tell, though, too, because, Bergman's The Seventh Seal film that he did is, he has his kind of play on, death and stuff like that, which is kind of coming back to this film a little bit. But getting into the premise of the film here. Now, the premise of the film is simple. There's a legend that says if you're the last person to die before the clock strikes 12 o'clock on New Year's Eve, you are actually basically... you are invited to drive the Phantom's carriage and do death's work. And what that means is, so if you were the last person to die before the clock strikes 12, you are actually obligated to basically collect souls for death for the next year and whatnot and stuff. So that is the premise of the film right there. Now the film starts out with a sister, Edith. She's dying in her house, and basically what she's doing is she's calling out for this guy named David, and she wants David to come and see her before she passes on and stuff, because, well, there's reasons for it. And so anyways, she sends off this police officer to go find David. Well, David's like this miserable, drunken old bastard, and he's sitting in the cemetery with his buddies and stuff, and they're all drinking and whatnot. Anyways, this police officer shows up to tell David that, the sister is dying at the Salvation Army. And he basically blows off the police officer, tells him to go fuck himself, and sits there and keeps drinking with his buddies and whatnot. Well, his buddies kind of take offense to this, and they're like, well, you should probably go see her. She's ready to pass on and stuff. And he's like, fuck that. I want to drink. So they end up getting into a brawl, and one of the guys actually ends up killing David. And then death shows up, and basically the narrative plays out with a series of flashbacks from David's life leading up to this moment in his life and stuff like that. So, anyways, that's the the beginning premise of the film and the main plot. Now, my thoughts on this movie. First off, I have to say this is a fucking masterpiece. This movie is really well done. Everything from the set pieces to the soundtrack, which is so beautifully executed throughout the entire film. The acting is brilliant in this too. You can really tell. I love the structure of the film though. I love how it gives you, the story in the beginning, and then it just basically, like I said before, the whole film is just a series of flashbacks, about David's life and basically the reasons why he's kind of ended up dying, and why his fate has come to that, because David is basically a miserable piece of shit. He's treated people with nothing but disrespect his entire life. So the movie in general is kind of like, it's like a huge metaphor for what goes around comes around. In other words, a metaphor for karma. You know, if you're going to be a piece of shit your entire life, this is probably what's going to end up happening to you. But the series of the flashbacks depicting David's life are so brilliantly executed. There's so much emotion in every scene in this film. It's broken down into like 5 parts in the film, and it just gets better and better as the film progresses. By the end of the film, somehow you actually feel pretty damn sorry for David. The acting's brilliant. It's really, really well done. Like I said, the score is executed in scenes. Beautifully done strings, pianos. Oh, just awesome, awesome. The cinematography is fantastic. Now, the interesting thing about this movie, in my opinion, is I haven't seen like a whole lot of silent films. From what I remember, I don't remember a lot of films having, you know, like a lot of moving camera shots and stuff. This one's basically done on still camera shots the entire film with just a lot of fast editing and stuff. I really enjoy that though. It's very simplistic in filmmaking, but executed brilliantly. I love the effects that they use. The Phantom Carriage looks fantastic in this movie. Death looks awesome. They kind of like hyper superimposed, you know, how they did back in the 20s to make everything look transparent and stuff. I really love it. There's one scene in the film where when you first get introduced to the Phantom Carriage, it's kind of going through this water and stuff, and it just looks creepy as hell. It looks fucking awesome. But the Phantom Carriage itself is brilliantly, it looks awesome. It's really dirty and old and grungy, and same with Death too, you know. It looks awesome. He's got this wicked sickle and shit. Really awesome stuff. But everything about this movie, I know it was actually shot in a studio, but they did a fantastic job with the sets in this. They look super authentic. Everything looks amazing and authentic to this film. It's just really, really brilliantly executed. I mean, I don't think I could possibly say one bad thing about this movie. Now, another interesting point to this movie is I've seen a few silent films from this era, and I never remember any of the films being as long as this one is. This movie runs about 106 minutes, which I found was quite interesting for a film that was done in 1921. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this has to be one of the longer films from that era. I mean, I remember watching films that are, you know, 70, 75 minutes and stuff, but this one's really long, but it really doesn't take anything away from it because, like I said, the narrative is so strong and so amazingly executed that you really do need everything that you're given in the film. The depiction of David is just fantastically executed, along with the sister and his relationship with, you know, women and a whole pile of things that are going on in this. It's just really, really well done. I don't honestly think I can find one bad thing about this movie. You know, and with that said, if I had to rate this film, I'm probably going to give it a 10 out of 10. I've reviewed hundreds of films on YouTube, and I've never given a perfect 10 out of 10 before. This movie has left me just so in awe. By the end of the film, it was just so fucking strong, and I can't believe I actually kind of, you know, just kind of felt sorry for David a little bit, and the way they executed is so brilliant. But yeah, this is an amazing, amazing film. If you've never seen The Phantom Carriage, definitely pick up this edition. This Criterion edition is fantastic. It comes with a book, and it has a nice little breakdown of the history behind this film, the restoration, and you know, tells you a whole pile of stuff. I think I'm going to end up watching this movie with a commentary on it. I really want to hear, you know, get to, you know, more facts about the film and stuff like that. But this is brilliant on all levels. I don't really know what else to say about it because I don't really want to give anything away. But just brilliant. Love the look of the film. I love the tint that they have in this film too. It's very old and creepy looking. That tint adds so much creepiness to the film. Oh, just very, very brilliant film. But yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. So definitely check out The Phantom Carriage. This thing is... It's an immense masterpiece to me. I haven't watched a film that left such an amazing... I know this one's going to sit with me for a long time, and I'm probably going to revisit it right away again because I love this movie. Awesome stuff. Phantom Carriage, week 51 here, so stay tuned, guys, for next week. It's going to be week 52, which is going to be the 1-year anniversary of Body Bag, so stay tuned for those reviews. And yeah, I will catch you next week. Moodz616 signing off. Peace out, guys.